everybody. Welcome to your daily inner workout with Dr. Jill. My name is Rebecca, and we are here to share with you how the BioCode System can help transform your life one moment at a time. Welcome to Workout Wednesday. How are you today, Dr. Jill?
Oh, great. Excited to be here today and share some tips and tricks and help people continue to move their lives forward.
Yes, that's what we are here to do. And in moving our lives forward, we know that we don't live in isolation. We are surrounded by relationships, family, friends, work, strangers at the grocery store, people in traffic, and relationship with ourselves. So, how can we foster all of these relationships in a more healthy way?
Well, the first thing when you think about the word relationship, in life, there's little secret messages that give us clues, that give us hints, that give us information, to help us out. And when you think about the word itself, let's just start with that, the word relationship. I know when I was younger, we used to have these magazines, and in the magazines, they would have all of these games, and some was find the little word in a big word, right? And if you just think about the word relationship itself, the purpose of all relationships is hidden right in there. And if you look at it, it's right there. Elation. The idea of elation is to lift ourselves and others up. That's the purpose of relationships. It's not called a deflationship for a reason. And when we think about relationships, there are 3 relationships that we utilize in our life. The first relationship and our primary relationship is you to you. We have to continually work on ourselves to help ourselves to become bigger, better, greater, and stronger. The goal of relating to oneself and to master oneself means to help ourselves from where we're at, especially in our hard moments. So many times in life, what we do is we struggle on something and the boxing gloves come out and we start deflating ourselves. So we're actually going against ourselves. But if the goal and the purpose of relationships is to help and to elate, to lift up, then how in the world are we going to move forward? And how in the world are we going to help ourselves to grow in the real world where problems and people will always exist if we don't be kind to ourselves in those moments, to elate ourselves, to encourage ourselves in those moments? So definitely the primary relationship we want to start with is you to you, and start being kind to yourself through the ups and downs of everyday life. And remember to lift yourself up as opposed to put yourself down.
Yeah, if we were playing that game, there's another word in there, and that's ship. And that creates just a really powerful visual of keeping that ship above water and smooth sailing, having a good cruise, vice a deflation ship that is sinking.
That is a really, really good metaphor, because we all know that like one little hole in the ship, man, the water starts to seep in. That's why the ship stays afloat, is because it doesn't let that water in it. And it's the same thing with negativity in our life. Instead of letting it in it, we need to be able to stay afloat. There's no question about that. Good metaphor.
So how about connecting with others outside of ourselves? You mentioned those 2 other relationships.
Right. So it's you to you, you to others. We're not on the planet alone. And as we interact with other people, we live in a world of differences, in different thoughts, different opinions, and different worldviews. And it's really important, again, to help ourselves interact with other people in the most positive way, to elate these, to lift up these relationships, especially when we don't see eye to eye. So we want to focus on, which we do with our programs in the BioCode system, working on building ourselves up, working on building healthier relationships. That's so important. And the third relationship that's so important is you to productivity. You know, productive people are happy people. You know, we're living in a world where we're here to learn and grow. And whether you're being productive at work, whether you don't work and you're gardening or you're raising children or you're reading, whatever you're doing to be productive is so important. And again, while we're going through this process of being productive, we want to help ourselves to continually elate, to lift up, to grow. So this week, I want you to think about the word relationship. I want you to think about how you're relating to yourself, how you're relating to others, and how you're relating to productivity, and start to build yourself up, build up other people, and keep advancing yourself in life, because that is absolutely the purpose of all relationships.
Yes, yes. Thank you for bringing a little elation to this conversation, and a nice word to have intention around in the upcoming week and weeks and years ahead. So think about those relationships and think about the elation that they hopefully are bringing to you. Thank you, Dr. Jill, for the wonderful advice as usual and the great tip. And thank you all for joining us here today. Please comment below if these messages are resonating with you. We would love to hear from you, and share this message with a friend who may benefit from it as well. We will be here next week, so join us again. And in the meantime, remember that an empowered life starts with you. So keep biocoding your moments and bring the elation to every moment you can.